Hello y'all, and welcome back to today's video. In today's first video, we're doing a 2024 election prediction. Again, we don't know as of now the actual 2024 election or electoral count. So again, this map could be very off. Again, with the new question of immigrant status, of citizen status, it could easily affect the census in 2020, which would decide the 2024 election map. So again, as you actually take a look, more Republican states like Arizona, Texas, or toss-up states you could say, are gaining electoral votes, and more liberal urban states like not California, excuse me, but like New York, Pennsylvania, in the Rust Belt, those states are losing electoral votes. So again, this could easily help the Republicans. But in today's video, we're doing if Joe Biden wins in 2020 and runs for a second term, which could be contested. So this would be President Joe Biden against Marco Rubio, who again did run in 2016 and lost to Donald Trump, and he is from the state of Florida. So with this new electoral map, this would easily actually help the Republicans, because again, a lot of these states that are solid for them are gaining electoral votes. So for that reason, they're gonna start with more electoral votes. But another thing is that when people say that, oh, states like Texas, the South, Florida, Georgia won't go blue until 2024, here you are in 2024. So in the future, in some of my predictions, you could easily see states like Texas, states like Georgia going blue more frequently, states like Arizona, but I'm seeing the Rust Belt going red, excuse me, more often. But this will be our starting map, 185 to Joe Biden to Marco Rubio's 124. But again, as I said frequently, this won't be one of the cases. Texas is most likely going to stay with Marco Rubio. Again, he has a huge appeal to the Latino population, as well as Arizona and Georgia. I still don't believe. Maybe someone with Joe Biden could carry Georgia, but I don't think this year would happen. North Carolina, I think, would stay in the Republican column. Again, that hasn't voted for a Democrat since Obama, and before that, since Jimmy Carter. And so, again, Marco Rubio has a huge appeal with Latino voters, so he's going to do well in the West. Joe Biden is the incumbent president, of course. So we're going to say Joe Biden keeps the state of Minnesota. Again, this state will be very close because more Republican enthusiasm in the state. More Republicans just in the state overall. Again, this state was decided by about 5 points in 2016 and could be even closer in 2020. I think if you don't run Donald Trump in Maine, I don't think you can win that one electoral vote in the state of Maine. So all 4 electoral votes will go to Joe Biden. I think Florida and his home state of Florida will go with him again, despite not even winning his home state in the primaries. I think he'll easily win the state of Florida by about what George W. Bush carried in 2004, which is about 5 points. So again, you have 100 electoral votes still undecided, most of them here in the heartland of the country. Virginia, by this point, I think would be a lean Democratic state, and so for that reason, I'm going to give that to Joe Biden. I'm going to give Nevada actually to Marco Rubio, because I believe that with his appeal to rural voters, the establishment, being a moderate and appealing to Latinos, he's going to do pretty well in Nevada. I think Joe Biden will do will win the state of Colorado, just because of his appeal into Center City, Denver, and urban areas in the state, as well as suburban areas. Mothers was a huge, and women voters to be exact, which is a huge a part of the coalition of Obama and Biden when they ran for president and vice president. So, and Colorado also has a huge women population, majority of the men, where majority of them are pro-choice, and that was a a big thing that helped the Obama and Biden to win the state both times. And actually, I think New Hampshire, because of Marco Rubio being more of a moderate, being more of an inspiring candidate, more of a young candidate, will carry the state of New Hampshire. Although I think with Pennsylvania and their African American population, Joe Biden will carry that state. Michigan as well, as because again, him and Barack Obama were the two people that essentially saved the auto industry from collapse. Yeah. So, and the Rust Belt has a huge, most of the jobs are from the auto industry. So, if the auto industry would have died, the Rust Belt, jobs in the Rust Belt would essentially have been killed off. Wisconsin, I think, will stay blue, or will go blue, because, again, this was a pretty liberal state until Trump came in and won it in 2016. And again, if you don't run Trump, you're probably not going to win the Rust Belt unless you potentially run someone like Marco Rubio. And giving the selection to Joe Biden, because I think, I'm giving the selection to Joe Biden because I believe he'll carry the state of Iowa because of his appeal to the white voters, farmers. Again, Joe Biden was from Scranton, which is a place which has seen their jobs shift overseas, and Iowa has also been affected by that as well. And Iowa, again, I think Joe Biden will do pretty well with white evangelicals, the white vote again, the white working class again, because he also appealed to that, which was a reason why they didn't lose Wisconsin in 2012 against Speaker Paul Ryan, at the time Representative Paul Ryan. That was his home state. And so again, you still have the state of Ohio to decide, but I think Joe Biden will also carry that, because again, the African American vote will come out to vote. Again, you'll have Barack Obama, all these Democrats campaigning for Joe Biden that were major successes despite Hillary Clinton. Cough cough. But yeah, so this will be my final prediction: 288 to 250, pretty close for an incumbent president, but it's because of Marco Rubio's just talents and what he has. He can easily win this election. But so yeah, this will be my my prediction: 288 to Joe Biden, 250 to Marco Rubio. Go check out my next video that I'm doing. It'll probably be on the right of your screen, on your computer screen, or whatever you're watching it. But yeah, so if you did enjoy, please leave a like. Please comment down any suggestions for my future videos. Please comment down any video ideas that you would like me to do. And yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, share this channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios.